Hello everyone. Boat is one of the most incredible brand in India, and the most astonishing thing about this company is that within just 5 years they have achieved such a strong position in the market. If you look at the true wireless stereo market as of Q2 of 2022, while Puram stands at 4%, M.B.A stands at 6%, Bolt stands at 7%, Noise stands at 8%, and Boat stands way ahead with a market share of 46%. On top of that, the revenue of the company has already crossed Rs 3000 crores in financial year 2022, and the profits have already shot up by 74% since financial year 2021. In our today's video, we will understand how did Boat achieve such an extraordinary position in the crowded hearable market of India, and what exactly was their business strategy. One of the most important reasons for Boat's success is its genius market positioning. And if you look at the rise of Boat, it is very similar to the rise of OnePlus phones in India. Many of you must have seen that there was a time when the OnePlus brand was just one of the most functional, underrated brands in India. Suddenly, with the launch of OnePlus 7, the OnePlus tag became one of the most popular brands in India. In fact, at one point in 2019, OnePlus was selling more phones than Apple and Samsung combined. Now the question is, in spite of the phone market being so crowded with Vivo, Oppo, Samsung and Apple, how did OnePlus become a legend? This answer lies in the pricing chart. Now, if you look at the pricing of phones in India back in 2019, you will see that iPhone was the costliest with the pricing of Rs 85,000. Then we have Samsung priced more than Rs 55,000, and then straight away we had Oppo, Vivo and other companies that were primarily focused on selling phones below Rs 25,000. Now you see there is a huge gap that's left out between Rs 25,000 to Rs 55,000, which was only being addressed by Samsung. As we all know, Samsung phones don't offer as much as value for money, and here we saw the rise of two phones. Number one was Xiaomi Mi 9, which was Rs 31,000, and number 2 was OnePlus 7, which was Rs 35,000. Both these phones positioned themselves exactly between Rs 25,000 to Rs 55,000 price range and offered way more value for money as compared to Samsung. Now the question is, why did not Mi 9 become a market leader like OnePlus? Well, that is because OnePlus built a crazy level of aspirational value for its brand because of getting endorsed by Robert Downey Jr. In that exact same year, the Avengers Endgame hype was at its peak because when Endgame was about to release in 2019, and everyone knows that Robert Downey Jr. has an insane fanbase in India. This aspirational value is something where Xiaomi lacked, because of which OnePlus won a huge market share in India. After all this, it got enough people to buy the phone. After that, when people saw that the tech was genuinely the best that you could find in that range, it eventually led to positive word of mouth. Now, you are thinking that how is this related to Boat? Well, if you look closely, after Apple introduced the AirPods in 2016, three important things happened in that exact same year. First one, there was a sudden boost in the fascination of wireless earphones. Secondly, the Geo wave hit India, and thirdly, the phone manufacturers stopped shipping earphones along with their smartphones. If you look at the pricing chart, first we had the ultra premium category wherein we had Bose and Apple that had a base price of more than Rs 15,000. Then in the premium category that is more than Rs 10,000 where we had only JBL. And then the sub-premium that is more than Rs 5,000 where we had Sennheiser. Below this price point that is below Rs 5,000 there was not any giant brand, and yet there was a huge demand for wireless earphones in India. This is where we saw four brands. First M.B.A, second Skull Candy, third Boat and last Noise. Then we had several local brands. With these four competitive brands, what was so special about Boat is that it is now a market leader. There are two specific reasons for that. While Skull Candy was only popular among enthusiasts and a very limited segment of the audience, the other brands like M.B.A and Bolt are barely known in the market. Whereas Boat had become far more popular because they had roped in Hardik Pandya in 2018. And this is where the power of celebrity endorsement comes in. Just like Robert Downey Jr.'s endorsement brought in an aspirational value for OnePlus, Hardik Pandya's endorsement by default built an aspirational value for Boat as a brand. As a result, in Rs 2000 to Rs 5000 category, Boat became far more familiar than its counterparts. A customer knowingly or unknowingly determines the value for product based on two types of value: tangible value and perceived value. Tangible value is the real value of the product. As in, if the audio sounds great in earphone, then it has a great tangible value. And perceived value is basically the judgment that you make based on how the product is portrayed. For instance, if a restaurant looks like this, then you subconsciously assume that it has a clean kitchen. In our case, the fact about audio devices is that only trained ears can actually spot the intricate differences in audio, whereas a simple person will not be able to tell the difference in audio quality between two devices. As a result, the entire audio market from the customer standpoint is practically based on perceived value. This is the reason why Boat obsessively focuses on presenting itself as a lifestyle brand to build an aspirational value for itself, both with endorsements and design. So, after Hardik Pandya, they also roped in Rishabh Pant, Shikhar Dhawan, Jasprit Bumrah and Prithvi Shaw in 2019, followed by Neha Kakkar, Kiara Advani and Kartik Aaryan. After that, they also signed up Shreyas Iyer and Diljit in 2020. Secondly, Boat also collaborated with celebrity designer Aman Gupta to launch a limited edition collection of spunky headphones. They had also collaborated with Bira. This is how just like OnePlus was able to present itself as a far more premium product as compared to Xiaomi Mi 9, Boat through its collaboration has been able to build the same aspirational value to stand out from the rest of the crowd. At last, apart from the marketing strategies and product placement, the Boat had been giving a great customer support. Back in 2019, the company had not asked any question about warranty and replacement policy. The customer support was so great that it was giving services at the doorstep of customers. In that time, none of its counterparts offered this kind of services to the customers. This brings me to the learning part of this video. Lesson number 1. Whenever you launch a product in the crowded market, always try to figure out how you are going to differentiate yourself in the presence of the big competitors. Lesson number 2. Celebrity endorsements although looks like a cash drain, in some cases even today it could be a game changer in a crowded commoditized market. Thank you so much for giving us your valuable time and watching our video till the end.